Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to be announcing a new series that's going to be out on the channel it's going to be a video series that I'm going to be releasing on Fridays. Right now, I release videos on Mondays and Wednesdays, typically, unless there's something special. Hopefully from this point on, I'll have a Friday release as well, and that's going to be the new series. You know, I started this channel 5 years ago, and it's grown to about 320,000 subscribers at this point in time. I never expected the channel to grow as much as it did. I never expected it to be this popular. I was actually, when I started this channel back in 2020, I was really hoping that I could get to 35, maybe 50,000 subscribers. I remember when I hit 100,000 subscribers, I was absolutely blown away. I had friends that had been doing YouTube for several years and never hit 100,000 subscribers. And then I started really pushing it to see how far I could grow the channel. And, you know, we're now at 320,000 subscribers. I think there's still a lot of room to grow and maybe a lot more years that we can continue to do this. One of the things that has made the channel as popular as it is today, and something that I've never actually fully acknowledged in the past, is that some of the most popular videos on the channel are actually from my personal body camera. A lot of the reason that this channel is as popular as it is because a lot of people are a fan of the way I do police work, because they've seen me work, they like me, so they like watching me on the channel. Up until this point in time, other than I think two different occasions, I've never really acknowledged the fact that I was the officer that was handling these cases. I'm pretty sure. Excuse me. I've publicly acknowledged the taking the homeless woman out to lunch on our way to rehab. Also, when I was attacked by those dogs, I actually introduced myself as the officer in the video. And then most recently, I did make a video where I put some text on the screen, kind of going over what was going through my head at the time that I was working through this situation. The reason that I've never really fully acknowledged the fact that I'm the officer in a lot of those videos is because I wanted this channel not to be about me. I wanted it to be about the Columbus Division of Police and how professional and amazing the officers of the Columbus Division of Police are, because realistically, I'm just one of them. A lot of the good things that I do and the way I do my job and all that is the same way a lot of my friends do the job as well. As a matter of fact, I learned how to do the job from, you know, the people that came before me. So I never wanted to make the channel about me. You know, nonetheless, a lot of the videos did come from my body camera. The reasons for that is because, for one, I know I do good work. I know what I do. Also, I was there, so I know what's on the video. I know that it's going to make a good video. The other thing is that a lot of officers are not comfortable with me pulling their body camera. This was especially true when I first started the channel. It's not so much a big deal now because people are aware of what I'm doing. They're aware of the reasons that I'm doing this stuff. And, you know, they get such positive reactions from their friends and family when I do highlight one of their body camera interactions on the channel. So back when I started the channel, I used a lot of my body camera footage just because it was easier. But like I said, I've never really acknowledged that I was the officer that was handling a lot of these calls for service. So what I'm going to be doing, starting, I'll probably edit one up today, pretty soon here, is I'm going to take some of my old body camera videos that are already out on the YouTube channel, and I'm going to put either an introduction on it, or I might kind of come in and out throughout the video to talk about what was going on, like what was going on that night or that day, tell you a little bit about the person that's in the video, what was going through my head, kind of my philosophy, my techniques, and my takes on how I do police work. I think that would benefit a lot of people. I think a lot of people would find that interesting, know what's going through my head. Also, you know, a lot of my videos are being used as training tools for other police departments, police officers around the country. I've also talked to a lot of recruits and new people to the division that told me the reason they wanted to become a police officer was because of my videos, because they saw the way I did police work and it made them want to become the police. So maybe by me introducing these videos, telling you or talking a little bit about my philosophy and what was going through my head at the time might give people kind of a leg up when they finally hit the street, because a lot of the things that I do on my body camera, in my body camera videos, are things that took me several years to kind of adapt, mold, and get used to using. Because when I was a brand new officer, well, I was, a little bit more mature than a lot of new officers and had a lot more world experience than a lot of new officers. I was still an inexperienced police officer, and I made a lot of the same mistakes that you see officers making out there on the internet that, for lack of a better term, kind of get made fun of these days, because, the internet has made everything available for the world to see. One of the other reasons that I want to do this is because I want to make it very clear to the city of Columbus, to the Division of Police, and to the citizens of the city of Columbus exactly what type of police officer I am. I was recently terminated by the Division of Police for violating an administrative policy. The policy that I violated is not something that we traditionally fire officers for. I don't think anyone has ever gotten fired for what I got fired for. And the reason that they went so far outside of bounds and terminated me for that is because of this channel. I think I've already covered that in other videos, so I'm not going to really get too far into the weeds on that. But the irony is that if you watch me the way I work and I do police work, you'll know that I am exactly the type of police officer that the city of Columbus wants out there on the street. I'm not the guy that's out there, bumping up drug addicts and abusing them and trying to incarcerate them and all the other stuff. I'm literally the guy that will take you out to lunch on the way to rehab and try to set you up for success. I have a reputation for being incredibly kind and respectful to people that I encounter, to the extent that even when I'm not encountering them in a 911 call situation, or, if I just happen to pass them on the street, I get a lot of smiles and waves from these people that I've helped in the past. Hey, Officer Badger, how you doing today? Or I'll even get some that will come to me completely unsolicited and want to give me information about a drug dealer that's not treating people right, or a new dope house on a certain street, or some guy that shot somebody, or someone that's been breaking into houses and stealing things. Like, these are the types of encounters that I regularly get because of the way I treat people when I'm out there on the street. The way I am as a police officer has actually created a lot of trust between the community and the police department. And not only that, but this channel as a whole has probably done more to improve relationships, or relations between the community and the police officer and the police department than any other effort that the city of Columbus has done. And not only that, but this channel, and to a large degree my personal body camera footage, has done a great deal to show that the Columbus Division of Police is a model agency for police departments across the country. I get texts from people, messages on Facebook and Instagram all of the time. They'll take a little video of the training that they're receiving at work, and it'll actually be a video of me and how I deal with a situation, whether it be a person that's in mental distress, a drug addict, or some kind of conflict, something like that. Often it's actually my body camera, my personal body camera footage, that is being used to train officers across the country, meaning that I am the example of what a good police officer is. And I find that to be quite ironic that the city of Columbus, the very first time that I slip up, the very first time I make a mistake, they take a very good officer who sets an example across the nation for how police officers should be treated. And because I've said some things publicly that they disagree with, they decide that they need to terminate me from my position and create a lot of strain for myself and my family for this 9 months to a year, however long it's going to take for me to get my job back. But I don't want to ramble on too much, make this too boring of a video. We're already 9.5 minutes in. That's what we're going to be doing. So coming probably starting next Friday, on Friday mornings at 5:30 in the morning. That's when I release my videos. You'll get a new video that's actually a re-edit of one of my old interactions with a citizen, and you'll get my thoughts, my take, my personal experience of how I handled that call. I think it's going to be an interesting series. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Yep, just like the animal.
Hey, Angel.
That's right.
Hey, Angel.
How lucky are
Hey, girl.
you?
Come meet Officer Bass.
Sometimes it's just the easiest thing to do.
That man's a nice man.
How you doing, sir?
For bringing him home safely.
You're welcome. Hey, Alfred, I'm going to put your flashlight and all your stuff.
Doesn't happen often, does it?
Aren't you blessed?
How many times this happened since you worked here?
I've never seen it happen. It's the first time.
Aren't you the
There you
blessed?
go.
I think
Well, it's because I used to work nights and now I work during the day.
you're gonna have a good
I used to work at night, now I work during the day. So
I am also
I do this stuff a lot.
not cold.
I don't think you're causing any trouble. It's just sometimes people, you know, they feel a certain way.
Something about you, I know. First time I met you.
There's a lot of good ones out here.
Name was bad.
Never seen him like
Lord.
Never seen him like this before?
I haven't.
Oh, he's always been nice to me.
yeah.
Think you got
He's
some
only
coffee,
been
don't
here-
soak
he's
you
only
up.
been here about a
He
month
must
and
have
a
had a lot
half.
of things on his mind.
But
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of.
it's like
I think he's been sipping on that bottle a little bit this morning too. Hey, Alfred,
Cleaver.
do me a favor. You go inside, put on some dry clothes. I'm gonna go help some more people. All right?
Nice.